Dabuz going up against Syrup in the
I
losers
just realized
bracket.
that me and Dabuz synchronized drinking.
Did you do that? Yeah,
Olimar players thinking alike.
that's pretty hype. That's pretty hype. Oh,
Man,
man.
I'm really interested to see, like, all right, actually going out this Olimar, you know, I'm just my thought process is it's gonna be a lot of ground and play because if you space correctly, you could actually force Ness into certain 50-50, like, into Meta Knight Syndrome scenarios where you have to, like, all right, side B or dash dash, or, like, side B or dash grab. And you can kind of hide under these platforms. We lost Syrup. He got lost in the sauce. Oh, he's back. He's back. Awesome.
He got lost from the Hakatation saucer. Wherever Alpha's from, I forgot like the planet that he was.
Hakutate? Yep.
No, he wasn't from Hakatate. He's from a different planet.
Oh, he's from Kopai.
Yeah. He's from the
Yeah.
you know, the not ghetto Hakatate.
the not capitalist like ghetto.
He's from like the actual like successful Hakatate, like the
Yeah.
one that's not like, you know, in a what's the word I'm looking for here?
In like a desert or like recession.
A recession. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you. We got a resident Olimar player out here in Hunk, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not gonna say nothing. This whole set, grand finals, I'm done. My voice hurts. Bye.
Yeah.
I just take the headset off.
Bye, chat.
Yeah, there's the up smash though with the purple pink one there. That's what you need.
Yeah. Now purples are huge. Like actually, what good thing that Ness does have in this matchup is that if he can play outside of the Ness out of the Ness toss range, the purple toss range.
Right.
You're probably tossing Ness. They're similar size, but
Similar size, yeah.
you could just use that down tilt, and you can actually almost like stagger your down tilts to react to Olimar trying to either get momentum by plucking another one or by trying to like push in towards you.
Right.
Because every time you hit it, it resets that fully resets the get up animation. And purple has a long get up animation.
That it does, man. You know, it's like the longer, more powerful Pinkman, so you know, it's the one that's going to have a little more lag on top of that, as well as the red Pinkman on top of Syrup right now. Definitely a little bit of a matchup check in the regards of that. You got to know, like, when to get the Pinkman off of you, and even more importantly, like, what's the best move your character has as far as getting them off of you.
Yeah,
you know?
for Ness especially, you know, Nair is going to be a big tool. Up tilt in certain scenarios. You might have to use, like, Baron Farah if it's on either his foot or, like, on weird portions of it. But a lot of times, like, actually the best way to deal with, like, Pikmin is if it's just a solo red, just, like, don't hard focus on that. Just kind of see what the Olimar is doing, because you now have a Pikmin offline, and actually the best way to approach Olimar is you have a Pikmin on your head and a Pikmin on the ground.
Right.
Because he only has one last chance to try to swing at you.
The matchup checks out here. The knowledge on par of Hunk right now. I love it. And
Yeah.
even on both these players right now, Syrup's actually going to take the lead real quick against Dabuz's Olimar right here.
Yeah, and this is huge because like Olimar's a character who like he could just run away with leads, but trying to get that lead back, like his amazing kill moves become super telegraphed.
Yeah.
Because it's like, please get hit by a forward smash sometimes, or like please full hop so I can back air or do purple up air. It's like he has to really kind of work for those kills, and that's the best thing is like if Olimar has to work at all, you're in a very good spot because, like, you know, if you see shield flashes, the character's forced to guess, and the character doesn't want to guess. He wants to be right.
That's true. And getting in on this character, you know, if you're not patient, can be very, very scary on top of that. Like, you can, like, get in on him, try to, like, you know, just force your way in through the neutral as much as you can, and then you won't even realize you're at, like, 70% already just because of how much damage the Pinkman have even tacked on you, you know?
You know, as I was saying, and now he's in the corner with this, like, deficit, and it's just so hard because he has, you know, yellow, blue, pretty good because he can use that max range of the yellow up smash to go for, like, in that scenario, you can actually hit him. Like, you can try to hit, like, either before the Nair or during some of the Nair inactive frames.
Olimar is definitely a little bit of a momentum check in that way, you know what I mean? Like, when you're down as Olimar, this is the white throw, is actually still going to do it right there.
Yeah.
He held in.
He held in, that's why it killed, but it probably shouldn't have killed.
The white Pikmin? Like, yeah, no, right?
Yeah. At most, like, I know red wouldn't kill. Yellow would kill because it has that bonus hit stun.
Yeah.
So you'd be stuck in, not hit stop, but it would be hit lag. So you wouldn't be able to DI as hard.
Yeah, and then obviously blue would though, but the only blue that's killing on screen is that blue Ness right now, going to take game at number 1 against Dabuz.
Off Dabuz's Olimar was like, nowadays is probably his most solid character. Like he goes kind of hard in the paint.
I mean, this is the character that he has been playing longer than literally
anyone else who's ever touched that. Yeah. Honestly, he's played Olimar longer than pretty much like
anyone in the world.
Like the only players that hold his title for, you know, playing as long as Olimar as long is like Rich Brown and like maybe Logic.
And Shuton.
Oh, Shuton, yeah.
And Shuton, yeah.
I never knew he played Brawl.
Yeah, no, way back in the day, like they still played. I mean, it's just the Japanese players they didn't get to play as often. Scene wasn't as big, you know, like the Japanese players didn't get to play with the American ones as often, you know what I mean? We're living in the peak of Smash, my friend.
Yeah,
you know?
no, this is...
Different times back then.
I'm all
more
for
connected
it.
world. No?
Because it just, you know, it makes matches more exciting because, you know, you get to kind of see things as well.
So much
it just
more
makes it all better.
Open-minded too, so much more representation, you know, that there's a big blue world out there of all these different like players and stuff. Like even for me, now I believe like the Japanese Mario player that came through, I might be getting his tag wrong, I apologize, but whatever. Point is, it's a big blue world out there, a lot of good Smash, and even more right here in our little home region.
I really like, you know, using that yellow, yellow, purple because not only would it really help him out as, you know, his whip punishes and his anti-airs, but the Pikmin, yeah, that's because all three grabbed. If he had two, he even with the purple, I think maybe you can do a slight delay to try to snap past it. But
yeah,
having all three of the buggers grab on you is like, no, I don't, no.
And even with like the purple one as well on top of that, like already having three on top of you, but like having one of them be a purple is just like, dude, why even why even bother?
The last little Olimar tidbit, you know, I don't want to focus too hard on Olimar tidbit.
No, dude, you're doing, please.
Yeah.
I'm learning a lot.
But what Olimar can do is out of hit stun, if you up B fast enough, you can actually, your Pikmin will be in your lineup, but they won't latch onto you, so they'll just follow you.
Oh, really?
It's like I just call it the pick glitch, but it lets you, recover with like more Pikmin than you should have without getting taxed on your speed and your gas consumption.
Wow, that's interesting. It's like a little bit of like a Pikmin swap in the air.
Yeah.
It's not the main purpose, but I get it. And
yeah, there's that back here. What Dabuz loves to do in this matchup is he'll actually use the, because when you're up Bing, your Pikmin still have the hurt box. So he'll use that to make a Ness hit the Pikmin. It halves his distance, but he just kind of flies whatever because it won't hit Olimar because Olimar can kind of either just change his direction because now he has a lot more. Since the Pikmin was killed, he gets a lot of his gas back. Well, not his gas back, but he gets his airspeed back on his up B.
A lot closer this time around too, I gotta say. When like Olimar's not the one who has to fight down from as much, he's definitely becomes that like much more scary neutral monster, I suppose. When like you force Olimar to be the one to approach you, that's when like you mentioned earlier, his options just become way more telegraphed in that sense, you know? So now even against a Ness, like when the Ness isn't up and they're the ones who sort of have to go in, it sort of has that like mini snake factor where the advantage can be as good as the disadvantage is bad, which again, there's some debate onto that, but Olimar just sort of like fits into that, sort of similar archetype character,
he fits it more than Snake would.
Yeah, exactly.
Get down here. Oh, all right, you know what? Good trade. Very smart trade. It's like, it would be awesome if you can, take the stock, but when you're down like that, you just need any way to kind of just close that out before they run away with any lead. All right, yeah, right here, good stuff. Exactly the way I would have played that situation. It's just just kind of hiding him behind a little bit behind the platform, not like full behind by the ledge, and just trying to bait those that short hop so you can use the apex of the arc of the purple toss to kind of anti-air him.
Beautiful stuff, my friend.
Now, double purples. He's getting so much damage, so much mileage. This is Olimar's version of limit, and you have to, unlike every other limit, you can get rid of it at any time. It just takes some good spacing and some good knowledge on where the Olimar's gonna play around.
As far as getting around the Pinkman as well, if you can damage them enough to the point where they die, which for Ness, I gotta say.
And they take fall damage.
Yeah.
Not in the games, but in this game, they take fall damage. So
I actually had no idea.
Yeah, it is not a good mechanic in a lot of Olimar players.
It's just for Ness, besides like neutral air, it's which is only easy to really hit the Pinkman with when they're already on him.
Wow,
that's hard, you know?
Yeah, sorry to cut you off.
No, it's good.
That jab one actually traded with a down smash, which was huge for both players because Syrup doesn't have to deal with the being put in the tech station era, as well as Dabuz gets to live another day. Gets to that hit. Very good bait on his spacing. He made it look like he was go back in with that nair, but he full drifted in and used the very edge of that bear to make Olimar stick his little arm out.
Dabuz is nodding his head on that one too.
Yeah.
He knew that was good.
He does have a set to the burn, so I think in Dabuz's mind it's like, okay, like he might, we might see another character, but I feel like right now it's just go Olimar, see how it is, see what you can learn as Olimar, and if you're really like, I don't really think like, oh, okay, there's the Rosa. I saw him, he was actually practicing like a lot of the Luma desyncs. I think Rosa's also like in a weird spot where she just has some very viable counter picks, but it's just her normal matchup spread is just very hard to justify.
Yeah, and Syrup was doing such a good job at playing around the Pinkman as well, which is really good, considering the fact that Ness has a lot of like multi-hits, which aren't always the best at sort of dealing with the Pinkman, just like raw and the neutral like that.
Yeah, it will stuff their arc out like pretty consistently, but if they're on top of you, especially if it's a yellow, it won't really be taking any. Actually, yellow won't take any damage, but like a lot of the other Pikmin probably won't be taking that much damage because of the multi-hit.
Nair's the best for like sort of just getting them off of you, but like Nair's and just sort of killing them in general because it's a solid hit. But you don't want to approach with that because that's just way too linear, you know. So the Rosalina Luma pick, I'm not at all surprised to see this come out at this stage in the game.
Right, you know, doing a great job of just kind of poking him in the corner. Yeah, this added range and this better access range. Oh my gosh!
The bait with the lunar landing, man. The stars.
Dude, call this a board game because he was putting a mouse trap right there.
That was such a beautiful aggressive bait on the part of Dabuz right there. Definitely caught Syrup off guard with that grab.
He used Syrup's own, like the way that Syrup won last game. He used that strat against Syrup by like spacing in such a way it makes it look like he wants to kind of keep that scrap scenario. And then actually fading out instead, and baiting that, you know, again, that aggressive bait.
When you're able to get like that many hitboxes out as the puppet character, you know what I mean? It's just those are the kind of like aggressive situations where you need to know, okay, I'm positive here, I can press that button and just overwhelm him in the corner. This is where I need to just force my advantage state in this way.
I get the triple fair. Not able to position, he grabbed the ledge kind of weirdly, so he wasn't able to reposition and like, you know, kind of do reverse ice climbers and split for the now defenseless Luma that's just kind of chilling up in the air, like, you know, trying to go back to Super Mario Galaxy.
He's trying to send back. No, you go to Minecraft when you die on the stage.
Yeah, true.
That's where you go. You go to Mario Galaxy when you die on Town and City. Everyone knows that. Duh.
Retweet.
Yo, that was nuts. The Luma drag. Did you see that?
I saw the very last hitbox because I blinked a bit. I always blink. You see, like, you catch the craziest interactions and my eyes, my artist is not reading.
You should do what I do and just like tell the players to do it again when I wasn't. They usually don't mind.
Do it again.
This is looking pretty good right now, the ledge trap on the part of Dabuz. You saw him practicing those desyncs before, but good stuff. Good get-up option on the part of Syrup to be able to get rid of that Luma.
Using that crawl backwards, and that's like, having a crawl in this game is, you know, kind of a letdown because it lets you you know, maneuver backwards while still, you know, having that front-facing hip, being facing forward, so you can make you have easier time reacting to things, as well as like certain characters have really good forward airs, and even the characters with the crawl. Oh, okay, Lunar lands that dare and that little star bit to get the extension. Those star bits harassing him, gets that Luma shot. Yeah,
and that neutral air on the part of Rosalina as well, you know, that consistent hitbox all the way around this time around. It's so much better for catching landings.
Yeah, you know, Council has dubbed it, you know, the mini Ike Nair.
The mini Ike Nair.
Because you just swing you swing that thing around and you get some really good like platform extensions, and you know, you can even like it can kill confirm.
Yeah, it can be just as meaty, can be just as like beefy, I should say, as Ike's as well. You know what I mean? Just because of the Luma and how hard that thing hits. You know, going for it again, landing hitbox just like you mentioned.
Uses that to cover that. Great use of the poke and the counter hit on that, letting him hit the Luma. Oh, this is such a bad spot to be in.
I was literally just about to say, Syrup, this whole set, that whole game so far, never ever been forced into a position where like PK Thunder 1 is going to get eaten by the gravitational pull. I was literally just about to say that, and then it happens.
I mean,
and it was the perfect situation for it. The Starbits forced him down there.
Dabuz would be a psychic type, like that. You're a Pokemon. You'd be a psychic type.
You'd be a psychic type, you know.
A mind reader, just always playing one step ahead. I think Syrup would be electric type. I know that's probably like, you know, like kind of Sojak Reddit, but like.
Is there electric slash fight? Not fighting. Is there electric slash psychic? Is that a thing?
Oh, Raichu. Oh, and Raichu.
Okay, then that's what Syrup is.
Syrup is.
He literally plays a psychic.
Yeah.
But he's got an electric brain. I don't know. I didn't have an analogy prepared for that.
He's got a galaxy brain.
He's got a galaxy brain. Listen, I mean, no, Rosalina's the one with the whatever. It doesn't matter.
I win.
My analogy's so on point today.
Yeah.
Crazy. 71% already, though. You want to talk about what's on point. It is Dabuz's Rosalina and Luma, which I don't know how much Rosalina Luma he's been playing today, but like this, besides his Olimar, is his most tried and true character, like his long-standing one for sure.
It's funny because for the longest time, like he was just so hesitant. He's like, Rush is not good in this game.
Yeah.
But you know, I guess she did get buffed, which like, you know, there are some big changes that like, you know, the outside observer would not notice, but like, so, you know, especially as like, you know, as a Rosa main, you know, they're huge. Like I think they made a lot of her Luma shot setups more consistent. Obviously, you know, the star bits were better, and I think they even buffed like just either kill power or frame data or even just some Luma stats.
It has to do with like some of the moves are better. Like I think Rosalina's like Nair is better.
Yeah, I know they buffed. Yeah, they definitely buffed her Nair.
But just the general way you move in this game and the fact that like you can't run through opponents among
her neutral
the buffer
aerial
system.
Trick.
It's like she's not as difficult to approach as she used to be, but she still can be in the right hands.
Yeah. All right.
Just double jumping his way out of there.
Nice. Just floats right. I bit my tongue. It floats right above, and just gets that. But
that was an unfortunate position to be in on the part of Syrup because like he separated Rosalina and the Luma right there with that Nair. But he drifted towards Rosalina.
In between them, yeah.
Not even just sandwiched in between, but like he drifted towards Rosalina when he did it, was dash dancing in between. Those are the opportunities where every single time you got to get rid of that star.
Yeah.
But there was no way he could have gotten rid of Luma from that distance without using dash attack, which Rosalina would have grabbed him for every day of the week.
And then forward throw, and then you're off stage.
Yeah. He saw the whole thing play out in his head, which is why he's just like, nah, hit the woman, and so he And as a result, he died for it. So
top 10 sentences I've ever heard.
Yeah, you know what I meant to say, man. Come on. Point is, it's just like, that was the more optimal thing to do there. Yeah. And as a result, he just got caught between a Luma and a hard place. Or a Rosalina and a hard place, I should say.
All right. Nice. Just letting that just linger out on the shield. But Dabuz, counts at 11 hits. It's like, Dabuz will wait 11 hits. After that, he will attack. And then Ryoma.
Rosalina does do a lot more attack than protect in this game.
True.
I will certainly say that. But that's just, again, that's in part to do with the engine.
Yeah,
it's a little less defensive
the
in this
engine,
game,
as well as just the change on her spacing. Like, she literally was just like, she turned that ass around and she just nair you and you get like spaced out, like even playing like big disjointed characters.
And that's implemented with the fact that the Luma, I do believe, respawns faster in this game.
Yeah, it does.
If I'm not mistaken as well.
I think it's like 11 seconds. It was like 13 seconds in 4.
I thought it was 7 seconds in this game.
No, I think it might actually be 7 seconds in this game.
In this game, like
it's 11 seconds in doubles.
Yeah, in doubles it's a little different. I remember back in 4, it took forever, like 13 seconds or whatever.
Seconds.
But again, it was more defensive in that game, so
Yeah.
you needed more time to be able to hit the Rosas, so they just sort of balanced her around that, and it's why
Also,
we're seeing a lot more neutral between her and a character like Ness in this game,
Luma also had more health in that game too.
That's true.
She had Luma had 50 health.
If I'm not mistaken,
Yeah, I don't know how much. I don't know.
I'll admit I don't know the raw number either. But
I hit the thing and I wait for the thing to go flying off the screen.
That's if you don't
it's
know
a Fianna, bro.
If you don't know the numbers, it's so important to play with sound in a matchup like this because you hear you hear like the star cry and then that's how you know you got it. Ooh, that was a risky forward. Oh, I wanted to say that was a risky forward air, but it wasn't because the way Dabuz drifted back even after he got hit, the star was right there to pick up the pace.
Patrick's
right there to
clutch.
clean it up. Is that the name of the yellow one?
It's Patrick now. It's also because you're wearing a SpongeBob shirt.
Oh, yeah, facts.
Yeah.
That was such a beautiful play. And even more beautiful with the drag down into the F tilt right there. We got ourselves a game, my friend.
And that was like, because not only was that just phenomenal Luma manipulation to get that stock, but what was understated was just Syrup's just calm, reserved, pressure in order to kind of eke his way back into it. But yeah, this is a historically bad matchup, and as you can see, the juggling scenarios why it's so bad is because Ness kind of relies on his on his fast disjointed hitboxes to kind of swing out a disadvantage, and you're fighting a character with even more disjointed options, especially with lunar landing fair so hard.
Again, man, just the pressure that he has from that. He's been doing that since 2014, my man. And you're hit a button at kill percent in front of Rosalina and Luma.
And we're going to a game 5.
We never talked about that. That up smash is incredible.
Oh, it's one of the best up smashes in the game.
Oh, yeah. It's so fast. Juggles. Not to mention Nair into the up air. Take a look at this.
I don't even think it has bad, shield pressure as well.
Oh, yeah.
So gets that fair.
Hear
Good.
me roar.
That was, he spaced it well, and then he slightly dashed in because he wanted to kind of, he knew he needed the momentum. Because if he let Dabuz play his game any longer, he just...
The puppet character, man.
Yeah.
You love to see it.
But that's the thing is Dabuz is such a smart player that he's gonna call that out every time.
Every time.
You have to count your lucky stars to get past that. art.
I count my lucky star. Yeah, of course.
Your impressions are on point today.
That one actually wasn't. My Goofy's usually a little better than that. I'll show you later.
Okay, but the Goofy
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Whatever.
It's
a Disney fighting
This
game.
is a scrap for the corner. They're just They're mixing and smixing on top of each other right now. It's
they are.
quite interesting to see, though.
It's game 5, baby. You know, this is when, like, you know, all the adaptation comes into fruition.
Yep, and actually, instead of using the backer, you actually use like a slight Lunar Land Nair to get that grab.
Yeah.
So just, you know, again, a micro adaptation.
Yeah, like you don't even, like when you go for the lunar landing, it's not always about hitting your opponent with it. Sometimes it's about keeping the pressure on so you can get something else afterwards. It's like throwing out a move is not always just for like trying to make contact with your opponent. Sometimes it's literally about positioning and you want to get your opponent somewhere else. And this character amplifies that more than anyone.
It's option coverage and zone denial.
Yeah. And the coverage right there, man, again, another one with the forward smash base.
Nice,
that converted, that would
and
nuts.
smart stuff using the side B because, like, he's kind of letting that multi-game conditioning go into play. So he's like, okay, I've been getting hit by this back air. I'm going to try to make the Buzz, like, you know, feel comfortable like that and come up with these game plans so that way, like, in crucial scenarios like that, I can get out of the corner. He didn't stay out of the corner, but he got out of it.
Yeah. Good point.
All right. Tries to drive down up tilt, you know, the best he can hope for, and he's doing his best to really abuse Luma without, you know, their bodyguard.
I love the jump right there because he knew the back air would have been a little too obvious on the part of the Buzz. That would have been a really telegraphed back air. As much as it, you know, as good damage as it would have gone against the Luma, that was a freshly spawned Luma, and he actually wouldn't have been positive on it. He probably would have gotten either hit or grabbed for that.
Yeah.
Already eating up to 62 though, man. 30% more, and he's already getting lapped in percent.
The Buzz is just so good.
He's good at the game.
Well, he's good at the game, obviously, but like what's really making it hard is like he's just holding onto his stocks so phenomenally well as like Luma, as Rosa.
Yeah. And knowing how to get rid of the Luma, man, that's like, the same thing as fighting Olimar.
Yeah.
You notice a trend with the Buzz's characters, you just kind of got to know what your best option is to get rid of, like, his assistant,
you know,
basically.
Yeah,
you know?
zone control and just, you know, trying to keep his options offline.
Yeah. Ooh, Luma not interrupting that combo this time around. PSI Magnet coming in clutch again! But you can't, that normally against any other character that would have been such good spacing, but not against Rosalina and Luma, man. That star's just there for the coverage every time.
Oh, that Nair actually could have been like disastrous because he hit the last hit of Nair. So he still gets a kill there, but he hit the last hit of Nair, so that actually kill confirms into Bear and Fair, if I believe. Or actually, you probably just go for the guaranteed up air, like the definitely guaranteed up air. Oh man, again, that lunar landing, like he just needed to cover the platform, and he's converting so well.
Did you see how close to the blast zone he was there at 50%?
Like
that I was just about to say. That looked like crazy stuff right there, my friend.
Someone put out an Amber Alert because the guy almost got kidnapped.
Oh my God, this child almost got lost. And he still might, my friend. This is definitely Dabuz's game and tournament to lose at this point. He's still up a whole stock. If Syrup brings this back, it might take away enough of his momentum for him to potentially lose the second set. If we even get a second set, Hunk.
Yeah, that's... Trying to win one set off a top player is like hard to... difficulty impossible.
Syrup's done it before, but he did it against Dabuz's Sora. And I believe Two Kingdoms, I believe he went Sora against him.
Yeah, because like Sora's like...
Oh no, you're dead. Oh, I thought he was actually gonna up smash him with the Luma there on the way back. I don't think he could have, right?
He was stuck in shield, yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Forgive me for assuming.
No, it's a weird scenario.
Low
it's very
with the star bits.
Nice
good air dodge.
And he actually used the neutral air dodge. He did jump neutral. There's actually a tech that you can do where, like, I don't know, you got a buffer or something, but you can get your full double jump height while air dodging. So it's like a smash forward, you know. We all know the Terra smash forward, that's just, I'm back to neutral now.
I did that all the time, my friend, even with the Mario and the up smash. Going to do it. Supernova 2 going to Dabuz, taking it over Syrup with a valiant effort. Whole venue's clapping it up. What a tournament, folks.
You know, just great matches, you know, great ups, you know, some bangers of some upsets, production on point, and we actually, it's 8:27. We have a lot, just time to chill and like.
When do Smash tournaments end at 8:27?
Especially like a 60+ man tournament.
Yeah. Wow.
Yo, Smash.
It's when they start at 4 o'clock.
It's when they start at 4. Yeah.
Wow. What a tournament. That was absolutely wonderful to view. I'm honored to have been able to cast that. I'm really glad I was able to come through, especially with you, man. I haven't casted with you and seen you in forever, man. Yeah.
Honestly, I'm like, this has been quite the experience for myself because I haven't been on the mic in a while. I've been just kind of grinding the game, but like, maybe I need to start being on the mic more.
All I do is the mic stuff now.
Honestly, that's a vibe, but like, if you have tolerance for the game, like I do, there's just days where like I want to play the video game.
A lot of ways to be involved in the Smash community, my
Yeah.
friend. You don't got to try to be a top player. You can be a vendor. You can be a TO. You can be a commentator. It's a community, my friend. There's a
Yeah.
reason they call it that on Twitter.com.
Just even showing up and just like even if you go out too, you're part of the community.
yeah,
Like,
you kidding? You guys are the backbone. Are you kidding?
Yeah,
Like, what are the top players the kings of? You know,
Yeah.
what are they the kings and queens of? Like, if, like, this game that nobody plays, like, without the 0-2ers, you know what I
Oh, yeah.
mean? You guys are what make it great.
And
Thank you all so much for...
honestly, we all started as 0-2ers. I
all
lost
did,
it.
yeah.
I lost this match for Puff way too many times.
yeah, back then, man, we all what make it great. So,
Right.
ads one more time, yay or nay? We just done? We're going to do it one more time, okay? Just in case you forgot, this was streamed on twitch.tv/Collision Smash. Welcome to the Collision Series crew. Follow, subscribe, and support them to catch some of the finest Tri-State and beyond Super Smash Bros. Ultimate action on youtube.com/Collision Series, as well as Collision Smash on Twitch, on Twitter, and on Instagram. Follow, subscribe, support.
And we got Rise of Grind happening in the Lone Star State of Texas at the Waco Convention Center. That is Grayla's premier major. It's something he's
Put a lot of time into
a
it.
lot of time trying to get off the ground. Which, like, if you can start up a major, I do have respect for that. Like that takes a huge amount. Even just like small locals take a lot. But that's gonna be happening August 19th to 21st. Obviously this year. hopeful, all permitting that we're not gonna have another. Yes.
You listen to what they say. I think we're gonna be fine. But Warped, the Collision Series monthly event, a brand new monthly. Register now at smash.gg/warped to get your chances of getting those good PR wins, as well as just a great time. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate singles, doubles, and a Squad Strike Buster bracket, as well as access to some wonderful arcade activities at 1527 Main Street in Rahway, New Jersey. June 4th, 2022. We hope to see you there. It'll be streamed on Collision Smash, Twitter, and on twitch.tv/Collision Smash. I'm Nintunist. If you like me, you can follow me down on my Twitter at Nintunist. If you really want to be a super duper Omega based homie, follow my podcast at Double D Pod. If you want to listen to the Double D experience, it is not an esports podcast. Just warning you about that right now.
Do not listen with your mother.
It is not an esports podcast. We'll say that. And Hunk, where can they deal with you? Where can they follow you?
So obviously, you can see me at these Highland Master events. We're going to be starting them up again in the fall, but you can follow me at Real Life Hunk. Even if you don't like me, you like funny tweets, follow me anyways. I got good retweets.
For sure, my friend. And honestly, it's been an honor, Casper. I'm shaking your hand again. You get
Likewise.
2 handshakes.
Two handshakes.
From
the man himself.
Hands so nice. Got to shake them twice.
True.
Feel me? Thank you all so much for watching. Follow Collision Smash, all the good links. We are done here. Stay tuned till the next event. We will love to see you there. Thank you all so much for watching, and good night.
Good night.